2nd of September 2023. This news flash, I'm going to talk about that Joburg fire. That is absolutely shocking what happened there. But first, listen to what the minister says.
Unfortunately for us, whether we like it or not, this is the result of apartheid that kept people under such conditions, and we are expected to have changed those conditions within the 30 years.
Now, here is the commentary of a popular video blogger.
Alright, so now I've heard it all. The Johannesburg fires, in which 70 people have tragically lost their lives, is now the fault of apartheid. And the Social Development Minister, Zulu, has said that how can we realistically expect the ANC to have fixed this in 30 years? So a building could not have been fixed within 30 years, according to the minister's own statement. And a fire that broke out 29 years after the end of apartheid is somehow still apartheid's fault. Hashtag fuck the ANC.
I agree with him. I am absolutely astounded that this woman has the audacity to blame that fiasco and tragedy on apartheid. But let's look at what happened on Twitter. Newsroom Africa tweeted, "Watch, whether we like it or not, this is the result of apartheid and we are expected to have changed those conditions within the 30 years. Social Development Minister Zulu speaks at the scene where over 70 lives perished in a fire at a hijacked building. Apartheid." But this woman, I have asked the question many times. I would like to know what her IQ is, because the things that she has said in the past is absolutely astounding. And then black people is upset about the lack of service delivery and who knows what. But they, the black majority, elect leaders like this. Who can remember this famous words from her? Minister Zulu admits she never expected COVID-19's crippling impact on the poor. Social Development Minister Zulu said the COVID-19 had exposed the deeper challenge the country was still facing to take better care of the poor. What she does not say is the fucking steps and rules that they implemented. That is what destroyed lives. But no, they are always innocent. Never. They don't have any hand in what's happening and what is going wrong. But I have seen worrying things on Twitter. The comments in those threads were vicious. Yeah, there were some of the Sasa Brigade that had their usual dimwit statements. But a lot of black people has come out against what she said. Listen to this guy. "The minister is talking rubbish. They blame apartheid for not knowing what rubbish you talk. Those buildings has been hijacked and they are in government. They don't know how to govern a country. They are the most useless governments on the continent of Africa." And that cuts in with, I've mentioned it a few times. In one of the debates I was involved, the Nigerian guy said that they have come to the conclusion that the dumbest blacks in the world lives in South Africa. Let that sink in. And then there was this from BB. When you're useless, you argue apartheid. When you're caught in corruption, it's apartheid. When it's service delivery, it's apartheid. When it's a pothole, it's apartheid. When it's unemployment, it's apartheid. When it's a school issue, it's apartheid. When it's babies and mental health, it is apartheid. And that is really the truth and the reality that we have to live with. And then corruption hater tweeted, black people will keep being treated as inferiors by other races because when other races choose leaders from their highest common denominators, we go for the lowest common denominators. What a foolish statement by Lindiwe Zulu. In 1994, this building was not like this, but it deteriorated under her ANC government. Now she blames apartheid. Do you think Chinese, Japanese, Jews and colonized people would say such a dumb statement after being in power for 30 years? Did she drink cheap wine this morning? The commentators were merciless. And then corruption hater tweeted this. Look at how question is posed to the sickly looking mayor and check how those babysit chip in and aggressively to respond on his behalf. Mediocrity in Africa is the order of the day, and we wonder why Africans continue suffering. I mean, that guy in that yellow and red vest, that is the mayor of Johannesburg. That guy is from a party that got less than 1% support in the elections. But this is how these blacks operate. They select the most inadequate and the stupidest one among them to be their leader. That is going to be their downfall. And then Ginny responded, what the fuck? This communist bitch needs a slap. After our disastrous tenure, how dare she place the blame on others? Government fucked up. Whether we like it or not, this is the result of apartheid, Lindiwe Zulu, on the Joburg CBD fire. It is incredible. It's really incredible. And then we get to some memes. Look at this meme. White people built buildings. That is why our people are dying. And then this one is absolutely a gem. If all the idiots in all the villages left their villages and formed their own village of idiots, in that village, you would be the village idiot. Now, I've seen a lot of tweets and a lot of posts about this. It's fringing on the ridiculous, and our buffalo nose president, he chimes in and he sings the same tune. But there's a lot of blacks that are no longer falling for this shit. And if I look at the various ANC guys talking and the utterances they make and their tweets and so forth, one thing is for sure. I am noticing panic. The reality is they fucked the country up completely. They fucked it up beyond repair. Everything is collapsing. Everything. There's not a single government department that are functional anymore. Everything is fraught and falling apart. The reality is dawning on them. They cannot fix it. They cannot fix it. They've driven this car for 30 years without maintenance, without a service, without any upkeep. And now it is a fucking wreck. The thing is on its last legs. And they cannot fix it, and they cannot replace it. And they know it. So, South Africa, be warned. I live by a credo that says, whatever you do, don't panic. Because if you panic, you will fuck up. Please give me a like and subscribe and share the thing. Thank you for your support.